Hi, my name is Liljan E. Alcantara, grade 10. Our subject for today is Social Studies. Interwar period. In the history of 20th century, the interwar period lasted from November 11, 1918 to 1st of September 1939. 20 years, 9 months, and 21 days. The end of the First World War to the beginning of the Second World War. Interwar period, known as the predecessor of the United States, the League of Nations, was the intergovernmental organization with the aim to promote international cooperation to achieve international peace and security. Basic purpose: the interwar period was relatively short, yet featured many significant social, political, and economic changes through the world. World Court, the International Court of Justice, which has its seat in The Hague, is the principal judicial organ of the United Nations. Failure of the League. The failures of the League in 1930s were not only because of aggressor nations undermining its authority, but also down to its own members. Britain and France, the two most influential members, ignored the League in their efforts to appease Hitler, actions that arguably led to outbreak of the Second World War. Communist Russia. The Communist Party of the Soviet Union arose from Bolshevik wing of the Russian Social Domestic Workers' Party, the Bolsheviks organization in 1903. Economic crisis of 1921. The Depression of 1920 to 1921 was a sharp deflationary in the United States, United Kingdom, and other countries, beginning 14 months after the end of World War I, at least from January 1920 to July 1921. Lenin's economy policy. Lenin characterized the NEP in 1922 as the economy system that would include free market and capitalism, both subjects to state control, while socializing state enterprise would operate on a profit basis. Dictatorship of Stalin. He led power as a general secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, the chairman of the Council of Ministers of Soviet Union, initially governing the country as part of collective leadership. He conciliated power, became a dictator by 1930s. Nazim. The meaning of the name Nazim in Arabic is poet or author. German's government from 1918 to 1933. The Weimar Republic, officially named the German Reich, was the government of the Germany of 1918 to 1933. Rise of Nazis. The previous lessons students explored the politics, culture, economics, and social trends in Germany during the years of the Weimar Republic, and they analyzed the strength of democracy in Germany during those years. Hitler's idea. The party advocated a range of ideas including hostility to the Treaty of Versailles, nationalism concerned about the nation's moral standard in changing. Nazis take over. The Nazi Party was one of the number of right-wing extremist political groups and emerged in Germany following World War I. Beginning with the onset of the Great Depression, it arose rapidly from obscurity to political prominence, becoming the largest party in the German parliament in 1932. Nazi dictatorship. Once a power, Hitler established an absolute dictatorship. He secured the president's asset of the new elections. The Reichstag fire on the night of February 27, 1933. Fascism in Italy arose in Europe after World War I, when many people yearned a national unity and strong leadership. In Italy, Benito Mussolini used his charisma to establish a powerful fascist state. Benito Mussolini coined the term fascism in 1999 to describe his political movement. Fascist rise to power arose in Europe after World War I, when many people the fascist movement, born in Italy after the First World War, described a revolutionary dictatorship which would transform Italy into a new civilization. World War II. The Communist Party of the Soviet Union arose from Bolshevik wing of the Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party. Munich Pact. Munich Agreement settled reached by Germany, Great Britain, France, and Italy that permitted Germany annexation to Sudetenland. German attack on Poland. German advance. German military technology during World War II increased in terms of sophistication but also cost, mechanical unreliability, and time to manufacture. Nazi Germany put effort into developing weapons, particularly aircraft, rockets, submarine, and tanks during the war. Battle of Britain. It has described as the first major military campaign fought entirely by the Air Force. Russian invasion. Russia invaded Poland in September 1, 1939. Starting World War II, Stalin waited until September 17 before launching his own invasion in Poland. Japanese Empire. During World War II, Japan attacked nearly all of its Asian neighbors, allied itself with Nazi Germany, and launched a surprise assault on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor. American entry. During World War II, the United States began to prove significant military supplies and other assistance to the Allies in September 1940. Even though the United States did not enter the war until December 1941. Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor is a U.S. naval base near Honolulu, Hawaii, that was the scene of devastating surprise attack by Japanese force in December 7, 1941. Allied victory. By August 14, 1945, Japan has surrendered unconditionally to the Allies. This day became known as Victory over Japan Day. The term has also been used for September 2, 1945, when General Douglas MacArthur accepted Japan's formal surrender, aboarded the USS Missouri, while anchored in the Tokyo Bay.